We live, baby. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Hot Buttery Rolls Whiskey Show. Advent Spectacular, Toyotathon, Ford Truck Month. I'm out of ideas on things to say at that part of the show. But what I do have is a fantastic whiskey to talk about. If you watched my other Advent live streams, you'll know that last night we drank really fantastic not micro distillery, but small distillery, craft distillery. And I couldn't stop talking about Wilderness Trail. And there were some questions about Wilderness Trail and if they were sourcing their whiskey or if they were making their own whiskey. The question came up because Traverse City used to source their whiskey from MGP, like many delicious whiskeys. A lot of them have their roots in Indiana, Lawrenceburg, Indiana. One whiskey that does not have those roots, though, is Wilderness Trail. Wilderness Trail is unique in that they were a company that made yeast strains before they made bourbon. And they've got a really amazing crew there, and they were making yeast to be used by microbreweries and distilleries. And so they already had a lot of the science worked out. So while they were continuing to sell their yeast strains, they were able to put whiskey away quietly and not sell it until it was ready. So they didn't source any. All of the whiskey that they produce is theirs. Hey guys, what's going on? So early. My bad, Marcus. I've got to get out of here. I got to head north. Man. So my wife said that she almost picked this one over the Traverse City yesterday because of the aroma. This is a really nice smelling whiskey. This is a 5-year-old straight Kentucky bourbon, 114 proof. And this is really cool. They give a lot of information. This is an Austin Shaker Pick, which is a liquor store in Austin, Texas. And it is ISC number 4, char and toasted. So charred and toasted barrel. And then it was stored in Rickhouse A-N13A2. And the yeast strain is Ferm Pro 1, F-E-R-M. So I'm guessing Fermentation Pro. Make sure I have a clean Glencairn. Let's get started on this bad boy. So it's a little hotter on the nose immediately than what the Traverse City was yesterday, but very rich, flavor dense, pretty delicious. What's up, Gilco? Yes, you can absolutely have all the whiskeys. Also, I went to go subscribe to your channel, and I was already subscribed to your channel because I'm a better fan than I am a rememberer of things. So the good news is I was already a subscriber. The bad news is I'm bad at life. Also, on the note of being bad at life, people keep asking me if these are scheduled. They're not. They're not at all. I basically jump on whenever I have 10 to 15 free minutes, and it's been all over the freaking place. So we're only on day 4, and I'm just doing my best. So thank you guys for coming. There's been a few of y'all, Daniel Kerber, Marcus, guys that have been here, Jeff Wack. Hey, man. I appreciate you guys showing up whenever. It's not on purpose. I'm not trying to make things difficult. I'm just, again, not good at stuff. So on the nose, I'm getting sweet cherry, oak notes. It smells, again, like the Traverse City, more mature than 4 years old, which is 5. So that's why it smells like more than 4. But yeah, it's really good. Slight banana notes. As I've had it swirling in the glass, I'm doing my old world's top whiskey taster imitation, giving the old whiskey a swirl because everybody knows that the best whiskey is Dizzy whiskey. Man, it's good. So it's got a slight meaty note, that light umami note that a good high proof well-aged whiskey has. So, Robbie, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. It's my buddy Robbie Cross. That's another one of my real life friends. Man, all right, to the palate. Cheers. So that is a mouth sensation. That is a unbelievably oily whiskey. It doesn't state. No, it does state. It says it right there on the bottle. Non-chill filtered. And I'm so glad. So on the palate, amazing rich notes, cherry, vanilla. It's got a slight peanut butter flavor across the mid palate. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Dang, that's tasty. So yeah, yeah, they did a great job, and it's all theirs. This is 100% made by Wilderness Trail and distilled, aged, and bottled in Danville, Kentucky. And one of the things that they do that's unique is a sweet mash. So I don't know if you guys know the difference between sweet and sour mash, but you're about to. So sour mash doesn't mean that the whiskey is sour. It doesn't mean that it has a rotten flavor. It doesn't mean that, it's rot gut. You think of old sour mash whiskeys. At least I did. I used to be like, oh, well, yeah, that's why it has that sour taste. Well, no, that's not why. Sour mash just means that they use a little bit of the previous fermentation mash to kickstart the next fermentation mash. It's a great plan. It's a great process in order to keep and maintain a consistent flavor profile. So if you're a huge distillery, Jack Daniel's, Jim Beam, and you want to have a consistent flavor, using a portion of the last mash helps to kick off the new mash in the same flavor profile. Sweet mash is much more difficult to have a consistent flavor profile. You have to be really on top of your game. You can't be mass producing. It's going to be, they use brand new grain, brand new yeast, brand new water every single time they make a mash. And so does this whiskey have sweet elements to it? Absolutely. That's not what sweet mash means. Sweet mash just means they use a fresh batch of everything whenever they go to brew the new batch. What's up, Tito? Hope you're having a good lunch, man. Yeah, it's incredibly rich. I'm getting almost like a rosemary in there, but man, it's really good. Yeah, Daniel, I completely agree. There's just a ton of information on this label. The mash bill is 64% corn, 24% rye, and 12% malted barley. So it is a typical rye bourbon. I believe that they have a 4 grain, and I've heard it's fantastic. So yeah, it's really good. Tito, I told you, man, you're a special guy to me. I appreciate you supporting me, and yeah, I'm glad to hand you your first wrench. Don't screw it up. Sure you won't. All right, guys. Well, and ladies, hopefully one of the 11 of you is a lady. The statistics say that you aren't, but it is what it is. We're trying to get more diversity into the Whiskey Tube fandom, as Michael Klein's beautiful girlfriend Carrie always says. So, it is what it is. But if it's all just dudes, I'm fine with that too. Love you guys. Thank y'all for coming out. Well, in summation, if you see a bottle of Wilderness Trail, pick it up. I want to say I gave $65 for this one. It's a store pick, single barrel, 5-year-old, and it's just incredible. So I don't think you can go wrong with them. And do some reading, do some little research, find out about sweet and sour mash. It's worth learning, and to me, it's interesting. I kind of love it. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for coming. Cheers. Happy Friday. Hope you all have a great night. We'll talk to you real soon.